Hey guys, it's Maymay, and today's top tip is about templates. Now, if you know me at all, I love to make templates for my projects to make them easier to remake in the future. I do this for cards, I do it for boxes, you name it. It makes life easier. You don't have to go back to a video, etc. for your instructions. You have it in a template. This template in particular is one from our cone wreath. I'll put that in the iCard here above if you want to see the cone wreath tutorial. But this one is what I'm going to use to show you a really important top tip. If you're a person that likes to make templates like I do, I want to show you something. So this is the very same template, but it's done in notebook paper, or even think of it done in copy paper, okay? And this is the same template done in cardstock. Now, I always tell you guys, make sure you do your templates in cardstock, and let me show you why. So let's say I want to trace this guy. I'm going to use my red pen so you guys can see it on camera today. But let's turn this way so we can trace it. So let's say I want to trace this guy. In order to trace this thin paper, I'm basically drawing beside the paper and not really tracing it, because if I put any pressure on the paper, it will move. Do you see how it moves on me? And I can get a bad trace. Do you see that? So I have to be really careful and just kind of draw beside it. Now, honestly, I do a decent job at that, but I don't like how it looks. See how wiggly and how that is? You have to be careful when you're tracing with paper because it'll wiggle, okay? But if you'll make your templates on chipboard or cardstock or even old cereal boxes or cracker boxes or anything like that, if you'll do that, watch how much easier this is. I don't have to hold the paper at the top like this. I can just take my pen and just trace along the lines of this, and I get a nice straight line without any wiggle or any give in my pattern. Now, you might think, well, I realize this makes perfect sense. And it does, but this is one of those top tips that you'll forget. And here's one reason you'll forget, because we give you guys templates that are PDF templates, and you think to yourself, I'm going to have to print this out on paper. But if you have a thin cardstock that will run through your printer, you can print those PDFs on a thin cardstock, and then when you cut them out, you already have your templates ready to go. Another thing I want to tell you about your templates, go ahead and label them. So this is my large cone wreath template. And that way I'll know if I make a smaller one, what have you, I'll know the difference. So go ahead and label these guys. And we'll talk about storage in another top tip video. But for now, that is your top tip. When making your patterns or your templates, go ahead and use some cardstock or something thicker so that you don't have to fight tracing that paper. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching today's top tip. And until next time, have a great one. Bye-bye.